let's talk about how to address challenging situations, conversations that arise in your everyday life. Because, it's so funny because, like, we go to school, and in school we are taught nothing about how to relate to each other, how to communicate, how to work with our emotions, or any of that stuff. And so I've been practicing and studying communication in different ways, like have the hard conversations with people for over 20 years now. And it's been a deep passion of mine. It's something I love to talk about and love to share and love to work with people on. And so I want to just give you an example of something that actually happened with me and one of my best friends the other day. And that is we had a disagreement, and both of us just got riled up. We got triggered. Our childhood stuff came up. It happens. This is what happens. And what I watch with so many people is like, oh, triggered, done. Either never talk about it or they end the friendship. And what's really amazing is there's so many different ways to work it out. And so when I sat with like, okay, I need to talk to him. What's the best way to work this out? And the first thing that came to me was just ask him and ask myself what I could have done better. Like, how could I have handled it different? What, if I went back and rewound it, what could I have done better? And so when we came together, I asked him to talk, and he said, I asked him this, and he said, oh, and he shared what he would have done better. And I was like, yeah, God, that would have been so helpful to me. And then I told him what I would have done better. And then that caused him to share more with what he would have done better. And that caused me to share more of what I would have done better. And then I could break it down to like what initially happened with me, and then he could break down what initially, like what happened with him, and we could both own our stuff. And so really getting a lot of people get stuck on like the story that we tell ourselves, and it's like when we can get to like what the facts are and realize some of the stories we're telling ourselves are not the facts, and then we can just be like, okay, these are stories, these are not true. And when we know what a story is, when we can check it out with the other person, and it may or may not be true, because we have a lot of story in our head. And so really, typically the facts are when everybody in the room could say, yes, that happened. The story is we don't know if it's true. It's the story. It's normally stuff from our past. And then we can get into things of like what you felt, and get into what you can own, make requests. And then all of a sudden it's like this conversation took less than 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, peace, harmony, no big deal, on to better, awesome, more beautiful things. And it's done. Most people let it fester in their system, and they don't talk it out. And it's like literally really hard conversations like that aren't like 20 years old. It's like they can be worked out usually in less than an hour. If you're new at working through things, sometimes they take longer. But so just maybe start with the question of like, wow, what could I have done better? And then ask yourself, what could I own? And how did this make me feel? And own it. Nobody made you feel anything. Own it. I felt this way. And then you can go into a conversation asking them or sharing them with them. This is what I own. This is my truth. This is how I was feeling. And this is what I could have done better. And I'm just wondering how you felt like you could have done better, and open the cup, but have an open heart in it. So try that. Let me know how it goes. My name is Heather Radon. I'm a relationship and intimacy coach, as well as an empowerment and pleasure coach for women. And yes, I look forward. Oh, and I work with couples as well. Look forward to seeing you, talking to you soon. Ciao.